Hello, I'm Cynthia Gordon, and I'm going to talk to you about should children be taught gun safety at a young age. Now, how many people own a firearm? How many of you keep your firearm loaded and locked away? How many of you keep your ammunition separate from your firearm? And how many have children in the home with the firearm? Now, to the ones that answered that you do to the first and last question, here's something I want to teach you. Teaching children about gun safety and how destructive they can be is a positive thought that most disagree with. Let's go over some facts and statistics about guns and children. 1.7 million children live in a home with an unlocked gun, and that research is done for unlocked guns, not locked. 1 out of 3 homes have a gun or multiple guns, which means 3 out of 4 children live in a home with a firearm. 3,143 children died last year because of firearm-related injuries. 13,723 injured but not killed from firearm accidents. 40% higher risk with our youth because of lack of knowledge. Every day, 78 children, teens, and young adults are injured by a firearm. Most incidents occur because of curiosity or lack of knowledge. 393 million guns in the U.S., which makes up 46% of our world's population. Only 6 states have registration laws, which would be California, Hawaii, Connecticut, New York, Maryland, and District of Columbia. Now, Maryland would have the strictest laws in which you cannot have a firearm in your vehicle at any time. Now, some personal beliefs about gun safety in children. I have a 10-year-old daughter myself, and she has a .22 Cricket and has been out to shoot it. Now, I taught my daughter gun safety at a younger age. I want to say she was 6 or 7. Now, I did wait till she was at a mature level before I even attempted to teach her gun safety. Before that, they were locked. No way she could get to them. Now, once they hit a mature level, because I don't expect anybody to go out and hand their 2 or 3-year-old a gun and say this is right and this is wrong, because it's not going to work. We want to teach our children how to use guns safely throughout life. We want them to remember it. So that's why I taught mine young, so she knows what guns can do and how destructive they can be, and that it can result in death playing with them. She does not enter a room with a gun without parental supervision. She knows this. Now, a quote from the American Academy of Pediatrics states, "The absence of guns from children's homes and communities is the most reliable and effective measure to prevent firearm-related injuries in children and adolescents." They also state, "Keep guns unloaded, store ammo elsewhere, and never tell your children where the key is." Now, my problem with that quote is that I want my gun loaded and accessible when an intruder would come into my home. Now, I would only use my gun in life-threatening or to eat, such as hunting. But when someone comes in my home, I don't want to have to go across the house to get my ammunition to protect me and my family. Now, many gun safety courses are out there for children. They have them for hunting, they have them for handguns, they have them for pretty much anything you could imagine, even crossbows and bow and arrows. It's never too early once the maturity level is adequate for the task at hand. Like I said, we do not want to hand our 2 or 3-year-old a gun and say this is right and this is wrong. They're not going to remember, and they're also not going to care. Now, that's like handing or putting a piece of candy on a counter and saying, "Don't touch this." To a child, that is a challenge. They're going to want to do it. They're going to want to try it because you said not to. It's not about listening. Now, there are some children that may listen to their parents very well, but my child, I know, would never happen. If I laid a piece of candy on a counter and said no, she's going to go after it. She's going to try my patience. So we need to take proper steps to protect our youth. We need to get them to these courses or take them out on our own to show them how destructive guns can be. We need them to learn and have the knowledge of gun safety. Now, knowledge is power. That's how I've always been taught. And I hope after listening to my speech and all the statistics and information that some of you may look into classes or even try to teach your children more about gun safety in your homes. Thank you.